Bibras Natkho is an Israeli-Circassian footballer, who plays as a midfielder for CSKA Moscow and the Israel national team. Club career Hapoel Tel Aviv Natkho joined Hapoel Tel Aviv's youth team together with Ben Zaha, moving through the ranks up to the first team at the start of the 2006 Euro 07 season, winning the State Cup during that season. Throughout the years Natkho became an important player in Hapoel and in the Israeli national youth teams. Natkho made his league debut coming on as a substitute against Maccabi Netanya FC. On November 18, 2006. Natkho's first professional goal was against NK Angstrom Iraqi Bridge during the second leg of the 2007 Euro 08 UEFA Cup second qualifying round at Bloomfield Stadium in Tel Aviv. After the arrival of coach Eli Gutman during the 2007 Euro 08 season, Natkho became a main part of the team, scoring his first league goal against Maccabi Petah Tikva FC. On February 9, 2008. Natkho made a few impressive performances at the beginning of the 2009 Euro 10 UEFA Europa League, helping Hapoel finish top of Group C, ending the European campaign drawing 0-0 on a raining evening and losing 0-3 away at the Central Stadium. Ruben Kazan. After the 2009 Euro 10 UEFA Europa League losing 3-0 on aggregate in the round of 32 of Europa League, Natkho moved to the eventual European Dream Killers Ruben Kazan on March 8, 2010, signing a 4-year deal. With transfer fee of a $650,000 paid to Hapoel Tel Aviv. Natkho then scored his first goal for the club, on April 17, 2010, in a 1-0 win over Amka Perm. His second goal came in a 2-1 win over Rostov on October 16, 2010. However, injuries limited his playing time, as he made 14 appearances and scoring twice. In 2011 Euro 12 season, Natkho started the season well in all competitions. He scored his first goal of the season, on May 27, 2011, in a 4-1 win over Tomsk. His second goal of the season came on June 14, 2011, in a 3-0 win over Dynamo Moscow. As a result of his performance, Natkho was named Team of the Week Matchday 13. Elsewhere, Natkho scored 2 goals in the Champions League qualifier against Dynamo Kiev and Lyon, who they eliminated Kazan out of the competitions, and the club would play in the Europa League. Then in the Europa League campaign, Natkho scored twice in 6 matches in the group stage of the Europa League against Tottenham Hotspur and Shamrock Rovers. Natkho's performance was praised for his role during the season and helped the club win the Russian Cup after playing a vital of assisting the winning goal, in a 1-0 win over Dynamo Moscow. Natkho with 56 appearances and scoring 14 appearances in all competitions. Also at the end of the year, Natkho was voted by the club's supporters as the best player of the year. At the start of the 2012 Euro 13 season, Natkho continuously made a good start for the club when he 6 goals in the first 6 matches against Krasnodar, twice against Alania Vladikavkaz, Dynamo Moscow, Spartak Moscow and Zenit St. Petersburg. Soon after, Natkho started negotiating over a new 3-year contract with the club that will keep him until 2016. However, the negotiations changed again to a 1-year contract a month later. Despite a contract negotiations, which is yet reported, Natkho scored his 6th goal of the season. Natkho scored his 6th goal of the season, on November 11, 2012, in a 2-0 win over Krylia Sovetov Samara. It would later reveal delay month of Natkho's new contract was over the future of manager Kurban Berdaev. In the quarter-final of the Europa League, Natkho scored 2 goals in both legs, as Ruben Kazan lose 5-4 on aggregate against Chelsea. Natkho would later added 2 more goals later in the season against Lokomotiv Moscow and Krasnodar. At the end of the 2012 Euro 13 season, Natkho wasn't only named by Sports.ru as one of the top players in the Russian league, but Team of the Year. However, Natkho agent revealed Natkho had yet reached an agreement over a new contract. In 2013 Euro 14 season, Natkho started his season when he scored in the second round of first leg of the Europa League, in a 3-2 win over Jagodina. Rubin Kazan would win in the return leg and would progress to the group stage. With his uncertainty of his future, as his contract with the club expires in 6 months' time, it announced that Natkho would stay at the club for the remaining months until January. In the Europa League, Natkho played a vital role of assisting goals in the qualifying round and group stages. He would score 3 goals in 6 matches of the group stage, against Zaltwaragim and Maribor. In conclusion of the Europa League group stage, UEFA named Natkho as team of the group stages. Natkho scored his league goal, on December 2, 2013, in a 3-0 win over Amka Perm. Natkho was named in the team of the season of the Europa League in the 2013-14 season. In the comments on his inclusion, UEFA said, "Probably Rubin's top performer over the last 3 years, the Israeli international dominates midfield, supplying assists and delivering great set pieces." In the winter break of the season, it announced that Natkho would leave the club upon expiry of his contract. Natkho cited the departure of manager Berdichev as the reason of his departure. After leaving the club, Natkho hinted playing in the Bundesliga since it fits his playing style. Natkho rejected a latest contract from Rubin Kazan despite having increased wages. During his career at Rubin Kazan, he is sometimes referred to as the best foreigner in the Russian league and made 104 appearances and scoring 21 times. PAOK. On January 28, 2014, the player was in PAOK hometown Thessaloniki to discuss a possible contract with the team. As the contract with Rubin Kazan and sponsorship of 123 PM expired, he could move to PAOK as a free transfer. The next day Natkho joined the club, signing a 6-month contract. His first goal for the club on February 5, 2014, in a 5-0 win against Crete, followed by his second, in a 2-0 win over Attribution on April 6, 2014. Having made a good display, Natkho was awarded Player of the Month in March. Nacho would help the club reach the final of Greek Cup, but received a yellow card during the match, which caused him to miss out for the final match. At the end of the season, it announced that Natkho was released by the club upon expiry of his contract. CSKA Moscow. After 6 months at Greece, Natkho returned to Russia, where he joined CSKA Moscow on a 4-year contract. Natkho scored his first goal for the club, which is against his former club, in a 2-1 loss on August 18, 2014. After the match, Natkho felt he owed an apology to Rubin Kazan supporters. Natkho then scored a hat-trick on August 31, 2014, in a 6-0 win over Rostov. On October 21, 2014, Natkho scored his first Champions League goal for CSKA Moscow with a penalty in the 86th minute against Manchester City. 5 days later, Natkho scored a brace, as CSKA Moscow drew 3-3 with FC Ural. Natkho provided 2 assists in the 2-1 victory over Manchester City in a Champions League group stage game. At the end of the 2014-15 season, Natkho scored 12 goals, gave 8 assists, and was placed in the team of the season. He ended the season being the top scorer of CSKA. On a game against Dynamo Moscow on 5 October 2015, he suffered a slight concussion and was bleeding. Despite that, he insisted on continuing playing. International career. Throughout his career, Bibras Natkho has played for nearly every Israeli national team together with his colleague, Berim Kaul. As a former captain of the Israel under-19 football team, Natkho was called up for the senior team friendly match held August 12, 2009 against Northern Ireland together with fellow clubmate Avi Hayadin, but wasn't capped. Natkho made his first appearance for the national team in a friendly game against Romania, when he came as a substitute for his former teammate Gil Vermouth. He scored his first international goal against Azerbaijan. Career statistics, as to August 31, 2014. Honours. Player =. Club, Hapoel Tel Aviv, Israel State Cup, 2006 a Euro 07, Rubin Kazan, Russian Cup, 2011 a Euro 12, Russian Super Cup, 2012. Individual Europa League Team of the Group Stage 2013 a Euro 14, Russian Premier League Top 33 Players, First Top Central Midfielder 2014-15, Third Top Central Midfielder 2011 a Euro 12. Personal life, Natkho is an Israeli-Circassian and a Muslim. His cousin, Circassian basketball player Nilay Natkho, died in 2004 in a car accident in northern Israel. Their grandfather emigrated from Turkey to the British Mandate of Palestine. He has a younger cousin, Amir Natkho, who joined CSKA in 2015. Amir's father Adam Natkho was also a footballer. Natkho is married to Tali Achmaz and together they have a son named after his late father Akram. His son was born in 2012. His father died in 2008. Natkho stated that the death father affected him and that it made him grow up. References. External links, Bibras Natkho at national-football-teams.com